You just landed a job, your bank account is growing, and now you're wondering, how much car can I really afford? Should I get that sleek sports car I've always dreamed of, or is there a smarter choice? If that sounds like you, then you're in the right place. Because today, we're not just talking about cars. We're talking about the money that will shape your future. And what you decide today could impact your financial freedom tomorrow. Stick around, because I'm going to break down exactly how much car you can afford based on your salary, and how making the wrong decision could trap you in a financial nightmare. But first, let's get real. This isn't a car commercial. This is a wake-up call. Let's dive in. Point 1. Understanding your salary's true potential. Alright, let's start by talking about the real you. Not the dreamer who wants to buy the latest luxury car, but the person who works hard every day for that paycheck. The first step in figuring out how much car you can afford is understanding your true income. Not the I make $60,000 a year kind of income, but the here's what I actually get to spend after taxes income. A lot of people skip this part. They look at their gross salary, not realizing that taxes, insurance, and other deductions can take away a big chunk of their paycheck. You need to know exactly what you're working with to make smart decisions. The average car payment in the US is about $500 a month. But how much does that really impact your budget? Well, we'll get to that soon. But first, let's talk about the emotional side of spending on a car. Point 2. The emotional trap of status symbol cars. We've all been there, scrolling through Instagram or TikTok, and boom, there's that influencer with the car of their dreams. It's shiny, it's fast, and it screams success. You think, if I just get that car, I'll feel like I've made it, like I'm on top of the world. But here's the hard truth. That car is just a status symbol. It doesn't guarantee happiness. It doesn't promise financial freedom. It only promises a bigger monthly payment, higher insurance costs, and the risk of drowning in debt. And here's the kicker. It doesn't even add value to your life. Before we dive into the numbers, let's pause and ask, why do you really want that car? Is it to impress others? Or is it because you genuinely need something reliable and affordable? Remember, folks, your car doesn't define you. You can have a $300,000 car, but if you're eating ramen noodles for dinner every night because of it, maybe it's time to rethink your priorities. Point 3. The 15% rule for car payments. Now, let's get into the numbers, and trust me, numbers matter. One of the most trusted rules when it comes to buying a car is the 15% rule. This rule says that your total car payments, that's the loan, the insurance, and all the extras, should equal no more than 15% of your monthly take-home pay. So let's break it down with a real example. Let's say you're making $3,000 a month after taxes. That means, under the 15% rule, your car expenses should be capped at $450. Now, keep in mind, this is the total, not just the car payment. You've got insurance, maintenance, and gas to consider too. Think about it. $450 might get you a modest car, not a luxury ride. But it's a smart decision that frees up cash for savings, investments, or a rainy day fund. Point 4. The danger of over-leveraging yourself. Let's talk about something a bit scary. Over-leveraging yourself. That's a fancy way of saying you're taking on more debt than you can handle. It might seem tempting to finance a car that's just out of your budget. But what happens when that shiny new car payment eats into your ability to invest, save, or even enjoy life? Over-leveraging is a trap. Here's how it works. You're making your car payments, but then your living expenses start to climb. You need to pay rent, buy groceries, and maybe even go out once in a while. Suddenly, the car that was supposed to elevate your lifestyle is now holding you back from achieving your financial goals. I know it sounds harsh. But listen, Avoiding over-leveraging is key to long-term wealth. And I promise, there's a better way. Point 5. Factoring in insurance and maintenance. Okay, let's get real about costs. When you're buying a car, you're not just buying the car, you're committing to years of maintenance and insurance payments. You've got to factor in these ongoing costs into your monthly budget. It's not just the sticker price you need to worry about. Luxury cars? They come with high insurance premiums and maintenance fees. Sports cars? They guzzle gas like there's no tomorrow. So before you sign the dotted line, do the math. Add up all the costs and ask yourself, is this worth it? Here's the thing. The key to financial freedom is managing expenses, not inflating them. And making sure that your car expenses don't put your financial goals in jeopardy is part of the game plan. Point 6. The opportunity cost of buying a fancy car. This is where it gets really interesting. Let's talk about opportunity cost. That's the value of what you give up when you make a decision. When you choose a car that eats up 20% of your income, you're not just missing out on the luxury car payments. You're missing out on other wealth-building opportunities. The money you spend on a fancy car could have been invested in stocks, real estate, or even a business. So, the next time you look at that car you want, ask yourself, what could I be doing with that money instead? Point 7. The 50/30/20 rule for car affordability. Here's a rule that will make a huge difference in your financial planning. The 50/30/20 rule is a simple guide that breaks down your budget into 3 categories. 50% for needs, like rent, groceries, and bills. 30% for wants, like entertainment and luxury items. And 20% for savings and investments. This framework will help you avoid stretching your budget too thin. If you follow it, you'll know exactly where your money's going, and you won't let that car payment derail your financial future. Point 8. The true cost of car ownership over time. Let's talk about the long game here. A car isn't just a monthly payment. It's an ongoing cost that can last for years. You might get that dream car today, but what will you be paying 5, 10, or even 15 years from now? The average person owns a car for about 6 years. Over that time, you'll pay for repairs, maintenance, insurance increases, and possibly even a new loan if you decide to upgrade. The real cost of a car can be much higher than what you see up front. So, after all this, what have we learned? The smartest way to buy a car isn't to just dive into a flashy purchase. It's about balance. It's about knowing your true income, understanding the emotional side of spending, and building a car payment that supports your wealth-building strategy. The goal isn't to drive around in the flashiest car on the block. The goal is to make smart, sustainable financial decisions that allow you to live a wealthy lifestyle, now and in the future. Before you go, here's a bonus for you. Check out my next video, The Chinese Secret to Saving Money Revealed, where we dive into some truly powerful money-saving habits that could change your life. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below with the next topic you want to see. Until next time, stay smart, stay wealthy.